Hey guys, what's up? Mike here. Thanks so much for tuning in to this video blog. In this video, I want to talk about the idea and the importance of writing out a website description, or what I would call an affirmation statement, before you take on any web design project. And what this will do, this is basically a description of the project that will help you focus in on designing a better experience and really keep you on track and keep you focused in on the essential things, achieving the purpose and the goals of the website. Okay, and I'll get to exactly what an affirmation statement is and what I'm talking about in a second, but far too often web designers that I see, they focus in on the non-essential things. They'll be designing a website and they're more so focused in on things like, does my site have enough CSS3 transitions, or am I using the right jQuery slideshow, or does my site validate, or am I using the latest techniques that are out there on the web? Whereas the main focus of a web designer should be to make sure that you create a great experience, that the site is designed well, but the essential goals are, does the site create brand awareness for the business? Does it allow people to, does it increase sales? Does it allow people to go through the site and convert? Does it allow them to download something? Does it allow them to fill out a form or purchase a product and really convert and create sales for that product or for that business? And so to really, I guess, focus in on doing this, what I would suggest and what's been working for me is to write out website descriptions and website affirmation statements. A couple weeks ago, or a few weeks ago, I talked about overcoming creative block by brainstorming, by taking some time out, brainstorming, writing out ideas down on a piece of paper, and going through different competitors and taking, looking at different ideas and bringing them in and really brainstorming on those ideas and bringing them into your own project, and how this will really help you create or overcome creative block. I did another video also on achieving or getting things done by writing out your to-do list in the morning and really focusing in on looking at your list and focusing in on those things. It will help you achieve those goals throughout the day. And so the theme is really about writing things down, and that's where the affirmation statement context come in. So, like, for example, an affirmation statement in the self-help world is basically statements that you write, positive statements that you write on a piece of paper that you focus in on throughout the day, that it helps you achieve those goals. So, for example, let's say you're struggling with weight loss, and your biggest problem is maybe eating sweets in between meals. You're eating a lot of junk food in between meals. So if you wrote out an affirmation statement like, I will not eat junk food in between meals, I will eat more fruit. And if you took that, you wrote that on a piece of paper, and you really read that throughout the day, in the morning, before lunch, at lunch, after lunch, at night, I guarantee you, when you're going out there to go for that Snickers bar, or you're going out there for that ice cream, and you're reading this affirmation statement that I will not eat sweets in between meals, you're not going to go for that Snickers bar. You're not going to go for the ice cream. You're going to go for the banana, or you're going to go for some fruit. Okay, I guarantee you, it's something that it's a principle that works. And also, if you read that affirmation statement, let's say at night, and you're reading this throughout the day, you're doing this for like 30 days, I guarantee you at night, your subconscious mind will start to go to work, and it will say, you know what, in addition to not even only eating sweets in between lunch, I'm gonna maybe go on a walk in the morning, okay? And what happens is you start to achieve or create these little action items, and you start to create new things and take action steps towards reaching your goals of losing weight. And it's all in the power of writing out affirmation statements, okay? And this is no different for anything that you want to achieve in life. In business, you want to become a salesman, you want to become a better website designer, and also for anything that you want to achieve. So in terms of wanting to create a great website, it's no different. So if you write out an affirmation statement exactly what the site is about and what the goals are, and you read this and you meditate on that description, it would allow you to focus in on and keeping you on track. When you're designing, you're going to be focusing in on making sure that your website project really stays on point with what the purpose is. So to write out an affirmation statement, it's sort of like this. The first thing you want to do, there's three things. You want to make sure that you list out a general description of the business. Okay, and this should be like 1 or 2 sentences, no more than 2 sentences. So a general description of the business. And so an example of that is, let's say you're doing a site for the local restaurant. I have a restaurant that's called Wood Ranch, and they specialize in barbecue ribs. So the general description would be, Wood Ranch is an American restaurant that specializes in barbecue ribs and other American fine cuisine. Okay, so that's the general description. Number 2, you want to focus in on listing out the purpose and the goals of the website. Okay, the purpose and the goals of the website. So the purpose is to effectively promote their latest meals and the company, and also allow people to browse the order online, and create reservations online. Okay, so you have this little description in 1 or 2 sentences, and so you have the general description of the business. 2, you have the purpose and the goals of the website, and the third one is just to make sure you get in there who the target audience is. Okay, we're targeting all people from 18 to, from young kids to older adults, families, college students, and whatnot. Okay, so you make sure that you get that in there. So you have a general description of the business. 2, you have the purpose and the goals of the website, and 3, you have the idea of the target audience. And so what you do, you have this on a piece of paper. You can have it in a Word document, but you want to print it out, and you want to read this, and you want to focus on this before you even go about researching, before you even go about brainstorming and anything. You want to read this out. You want to read this throughout the day, and you want to take this with you and keep this with you throughout the entire length of the process or the project. And what happens is this will allow you to stay on point. When you're reading what the business is, what the goals are, the subconscious mind will kick in, and you'll think of other sites that you've used 2 years ago that you remember filling out a form online to make reservations, and you're going to go to that website and you're going to get those ideas. And so by doing this, by reading these affirmation statements, it will allow you to make sure at the end of the day that not only are you designing nice sites, and that's a given, you should design really nice, aesthetically pleasing looking sites, but you're going to be focusing in on the user experience and creating great user experiences throughout the site, and making sure that you design stuff that achieves the purpose and the goals of what the business owner wants. All right, so it's all about writing affirmation statements. And so that's all I got. And also, if you want to learn more about like positive affirmation statements in terms of self-help, I highly recommend you check out the book Think and Grow Rich. Many of you probably read it. You've heard of it. It's an old book. It's filled with tons and tons of positive lifelong principles. But I recommend you check out the audio version. Think and Grow, or it's called Earl Nightingale Reads Think and Grow Rich. This is one, it's really like a Cliff Note version of the entire book. And Earl Nightingale is he has a really strong voice, and he's a really great motivational speaker. But if you want to learn about achieving goals and achieving things in life and achieving anything, whether it comes to web design, creating great projects, definitely go and check out that book. Earl Nightingale Reads Think and Grow Rich. You can get it at audible.com, and you'll do great things. All right, so that's all I got for you guys in this video. Hopefully you learned a little bit from it. As always, web design is not only about the things that you do in Photoshop or Fireworks, but it's also the philosophy that you take when it comes to designing projects. So that's the stuff that I like to talk about, and hopefully you learned a little bit from this. All right, we'll talk soon. Thanks a lot, guys. As always, if you like this video, please like it. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and visit my website for more information, and we'll talk soon.